All right, let's go ahead and talk about presidential debates. There's been a lot of discussion about who is going to be in debates, who isn't going to be in debates. But the bottom line is all Americans should be able to see all presidential candidates in all of the debates. That's not the way that it is. The powers that be control everything. They make sure that they remain in power by maintaining the duopoly. Well, there are people out there trying to fix this, trying to change that. We can't give up. Joining us now once again is Christina Tobin. She is with Free and Equal Elections. Christina, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Kim. Thank you so much for having me again.
Okay, so the big news is you're hosting another debate. We've covered a couple of the debates that your organization has put on before, but the big news is you're hosting another debate. And this time, my favorite person in all of Congress is going to be moderating this debate. Is that right? Thomas Massie is moderating the debate.
He's a personal hero. He stands up for the people. And whether you agree with all his viewpoints or not, he's not beholden to any money, powers that be. And yes, Congressman Thomas Massie will be co moderating Free and Equal's third presidential debate this year. It's a series we have. Our third one we've hosted here in 2024. And I'm proud, I'm honored really to be sitting next to Mr. Massey for this upcoming debate on
That is
July
so great.
12th.
That so
Yes.
July. So yeah, tell us when is so the debate is July 12th. Thomas Massie is moderating this. Is there anybody else moderating at this point? I know you've done the last. You did the last one. Did you do the one before that?
I did. I'll be joining Mr. Massey as a co-moderator. It's important to protect the integrity of free and equal elections and make sure all of the candidates that are invited and participated are treated equally. So
Okay.
I'm excited to be joining him.
Oh, that's awesome. So where is it, and who is going to be in this presidential debate?
Well, invitations just went out last week, and it will be at Freedom Fest. They have over 3,000 attendees. They've been around 15 years at Freedom Fest. It'll be July 12th. You can go to freedomfest.com and get tickets to see the event live if you would like. It'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. If you can't be there in person or afford it, you can watch it on live stream. It'll be live streamed on Rumble, C-SPAN, other networks, Scripps News, Epic Times, Pacifica Network, and more. So yes, it'll be July 12th. It'll be on a Friday at Freedom Fest, and it'll be Caesar's Forum. That's the location. It's a very cool venue.
Okay, because last time you guys had it in New York, right? Is that where it was at the
Yes,
Chelsea?
yes, at Chelsea, where Jon Stewart had the Daily Show. And your other question was how many candidates have been invited,
Yeah.
who has confirmed. We already have 3 candidates confirmed. So we're sending out the nationwide release in another day or two. And so 7 candidates have been confirmed. I wish I could have opened it up to more candidates. My heart
Hmm.
wants everybody that was there at our February and January debates. Richard Winger, election law expert, ballot access expert, recommended, and our criteria has always been with free and equal elections since 2008, that you're on the ballot in enough states to be viably electable or received 2% in a national poll. If
Okay.
the convention hasn't happened yet, for example, like Jill Stein, Richard Winger recommended that we invite the candidate that has been nominated by the most state parties. So she's been nominated by over 200, I think 13 or 23 state parties, while other candidates like Jasmine Sherman have been nominated by 8. So it would be great to have her there, but Jill Stein is definitely confirmed will be nominated by the Green Party. So Jill Stein is confirmed to participate in the debate. There's also the Constitution Party, Randall Terry, as well as a Libertarian Party candidate, Chase Oliver. All 3 are already confirmed. And the other invitations that have been sent out to Dr. Cornel West, Independent, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Independent, Donald Trump, Republican, Biden, Democrat, are still pending.
Okay. Um, Cornel West, has he? I didn't. Is he still running for president? uh,
Yes,
what is
he's
going
a
on with his campaign? He is. He's still running.
He's talking to a lot of candidates. I also want to mention we have Santita Jackson opening up the debate with the national anthem, Jesse Jackson's daughter.
Oh, cool.
And she sang the national anthem at Clinton's inauguration. So we're really honored to have her. She's known Cornell for 20, 30 years. And there are people in the network that want him to be there. And I hope he is a huge speaker on unity and love and compassion coming
Right.
together. And sometimes candidates have differences amongst one another. We got to put that aside. The people want to hear Cornell, and we're here to give them a voice at the Free and Equal Elections presidential debate at Freedom Fest, July
Well,
12th.
I mean, it makes sense. He should join because, like, I didn't. Is he still running for president? I think a lot of people don't even know what's going on with his candidacy, his campaign. He hasn't bowed out, I guess, or endorsed anybody else. But I mean, I don't see him doing any campaigning. It seems like he's not doing anything. Am I
I
wrong
would
in that?
love to have him, whatever he's doing and everything he's
You're so
doing, to do.
diplomatic. You're so
Yeah.
diplomatic. Just you're like, well, we'd love to have him, whatever he's doing, but I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, come to our debate. So I think millions, tens of millions of people are going to view this, maybe even more as it becomes public. Congressman Thomas Massie, I've urged him and his team to, if they want to reach out and then ask Cornell, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., will he probably be excluded from the CNN debate end of June? I think it's the writing on the wall is there, but good on him putting up a fight as he should. It's the right thing to do. I would have done the same thing in his position. But if, when he's likely excluded, if the debate even happens end of June, he is more than welcome to be a part of a truly open debate that is not run by mainstream CNN moderators that are very favorable towards Biden and a very controlled debate platform. Ours is free and equal and open to the candidates, and we're here to hear their voices and to have a
Right.
conversation. I
Right.
really I breathe with all the candidates. It's not here. We're not here to fight or attack personal character. I'll cut the mic. We're here to talk about ideas. If you have a difference in idea, get passionate about it, but no personal attacks needed.
Yeah. I mean, the right now, is there no mechanism other than your organization? Is there no mechanism that offers, I mean, how are debates figured? How were they done? I feel like back in the day, there was like a time when they were actually more free and fair, and now they're run by who decides who gets into these debates? The actual networks like CNN or Fox News, they decide?
Well, if you go to freeandequal.org, you'll see endorsement videos there. Robert F. Kennedy is one of them, which he clearly, as of last year, he endorsed free and equal elections and called out the corruption of the Commission on Presidential Debates. So it is run by Lou Farrakhan, which is tied to the pharmaceutical industry's military industrial complex. It is corrupt to the core. The presidential debate, the Commission on Presidential Debate, has miraculously successfully created this false illusion that there's only two parties, when in fact there are many parties. There were over 1,500 people who ran for president before the primary. I wish we could have every single one of them at our debate.
Yeah.
So it is time. Was it truly open? Prior to the Commission on Presidential Debates essentially stealing it from the League of Women Voters, yes, in the early 70s, but the CPD stole it from the League of Women Voters, and the League has stated, and rightfully so, and I agree with them, that the Commission on Presidential Debates has perpetuated a fraud on the American voter. So if I
Right.
were
Well,
Kennedy,
explain this commission to us real quickly, Christina. I'm sorry. I just want to get I just want to get to what's happening. What's the issue? What's the problem? The Commission on Presidential Debate. Who runs this?
Lou Farrakhan, big money.
Why is he running it? Is this so? This isn't a government organization or like set up by? It's an independent organization, like totally. Who's behind it? So I know you're
Yeah,
mentioning this person, but I just don't understand, like, how are they connected to what? How the hell did they get in charge? Is my point. Is my question, I guess.
yeah, it's on the Wikipedia, all the names. I don't have them all memorized, and frankly, the commission CPD is irrelevant now. It's crumbling. It lacks
So
integrity. It's not
right,
going to happen anymore.
but they're so they. I mean, who anointed them and said, okay, you guys are now going to be the ones who decide on who gets into the presidential debates on the various networks? Is that what you're saying happens?
I mean, the CPD is controlled by the Republican and Democratic parties. As
Okay,
Ralph Nader told me in '08, it's one of, if not the most powerful tools to create this illusion that there's only two parties. So I hope that helps. So it's
right.
all tied around the two party, essentially tyranny, uniparty, we
Okay.
call it now.
So these two parties have kind of created this commission on presidential debates, and it's really just kind of a sham, right? So they create and they decide on the criteria. It seems like a fluctuating set of criteria all the time. And that's why we're not getting multiple candidates into these
Yeah,
various different debates.
true. It's big money. Sorry, there's a little lag here. So with the technology happens,
Sorry.
but that's correct. It's the big money of the party system that leans on individuals to be front individuals. You can find it all on the Wikipedia, all of the big money in the pharmaceutical, military industrial. And Kennedy
Right.
says it best in that video on our website. Why to support our debates. So I hope he follows his word and his endorsement. I trust he
Right.
will. and be here and a part of building a new paradigm, not the old paradigm, the corrupt one. He
Right,
deserves
right.
Cornell and others, and even Donald Trump.
Yeah, there needs to be definitely, we need to have more candidates in there. I guess it's just every debate. I mean, including your own company has to decide on which candidates are going to make it and which candidates are not going to make it. Right? I mean, you have to make those sorts of decisions, which is tough, I would imagine. I mean, you're saying like you wish that you could have. I mean, how many candidates are there that are? Because at this stage in the game, I mean, the Libertarian Party, they've nominated their candidate. I know that there's some controversy with their candidate or whatever, but they've nominated their candidate. So you could have the Libertarian, you wouldn't have the other Libertarians who didn't get the nomination in that debate. The Green Party, where are they at on their nominations?
The Green Party nomination, I think it's around September, a little bit later. I can't
Okay,
remember
so
the
it's
date.
like, uh huh.
After our debate, so I really had to talk to experts, Richard Winger, and ask, what do I do here? Because our February debate, the people voted in. There were over 1,500 people running for president. So our blockchain voting app, 330,000 votes were casted to vote in the top seven candidates, that is. But the criteria changes after the primary. We have got to invite the candidates that are on the ballot in enough states to be viably electable. And Richard Winger feels that all of the seven that we invited are and or will be, including the Constitution Party. So with Jill Stein, seeing that she's gotten over 211 or 12, maybe more, of the state party delegate nominations, she has already technically secured the ballot line. So we went with
Okay.
the candidate that has the most nominations by the state party, which was Jill Stein.
There's 1,500 people who filed to run for president.
Yes, prior to the primary, I don't know how many are still in the race. You're like, is Cornell still in the race? He's absolutely still in the race, and we wholeheartedly welcome his presence at our debate with Santita Jackson, his friend of 20, 30 years, opening with the national anthem. Come on, Cornell, how can you not be there? So I hope he can. We'll leave the invitation open, and Mr. Kennedy and even Mr. Donald Trump. This is going to take place the day after his trial. And I don't think they're going to treat him very well at the CNN debate, should that happen. And so it's time to be a part of something
Right.
bigger, because what they're doing to Trump, if they achieve doing that, it's an interesting thing to see, like Assange, and Trump didn't pardon Assange like he said he would. And now what's happening to Trump? And it's just not right. If they do it
Yeah.
to Trump, do it to Kennedy and others. And I think that this platform could be a shield, a protective shield to protect. Now, is he perfect? No, but is Obama and Bush and Clinton perfect? Absolutely not. And they're not on trial. That's not okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Americans should feel very upset about how everything has gone as far as our elections, as far as the debates go, as far as the duopoly controlling everything, and everybody should, in my opinion, really want to hear from more candidates. And it's really insulting, I would say, that Trump and Biden and even RFK Jr. won't debate these other candidates. I find that insulting. Like, oh, you're too big for that. You're too great for that. So you don't need to be on the stage with Jill Stein or Chase Oliver. Or, that to me is insulting to the American people. But the duopoly does it in order to remain in power. They don't want you to hear. They don't want us to hear other voices. They don't want us to hear other options. But it's
Well,
insulting.
Bobby wrote me last year, I guess I'll be at your debate. He didn't say which one. He wasn't at the second or our February debate. He was invited. He even offered to reach out to Joe Rogan to invite him to be a moderator, and then he changed his mind. You can do that. Since I've been actually every cycle since 2008, since Free and Equal's been hosting the debates, candidates, even in '08, Ralph Nader, he wanted to only debate independent, only wanted to debate Bob Barr, the libertarian. And the libertarian Bob Barr said he would only debate Ralph Nader. And I told both of them, how are you being any different? How are you any different from the Democratic or Republican parties excluding you? And I find this cycle habitually over and over again. And I hope Kennedy and others can break through that. fine, debate Trump, but also debate the other candidates, especially with a platform of the high level production that we have. Kevin Sanford's been our executive producer for the last two debates and soon to be this third debate this year. And he produced the inauguration for Clinton. He does the production for Taylor Swift. I mean, our level of production is so high and so professional with all the broadcasters confirmed. So I think it could be the biggest error of Kennedy's campaign if he's not at this debate. If anybody can overcome and make things right, it's him, because he follows this heart when it comes to the final decision. But we are already gearing up for our fourth debate this September. Might land in the Los Angeles area we're looking at, but September is already going into like the beginning stages of contract. But we're going to get through this third one. If you want to sign up for the live stream, you can go to freeandycole.org and sign up. It is open source. We're not giving it exclusive. We've had entities ask for it to be exclusive. Nope, it's open source, and you can find it live again on Rumble. C-SPAN is going to broadcast on Rumble and C-SPAN and all the others I mentioned, Epic Times, Scripps News. And I'm hoping to bring in a group of political analysts. I'm looking at you, Kim, if not for this debate September. So yeah, on the top of the tier there to really, the Glenn Greenwald and Taibbi and you and Redacted, and just really coming together to talk about not only the debates, but truly an independent movement that is sparking here. It really is, Kim. We have you see the United We Stand Festival. If you go to the Free and Equal website, there's a reason why we have Congressman Thomas Massie, because we're here to spark all these candidates running for president, even Jasmine Sherman and others that I personally want in these debates, but it's just not going to happen. I want them to run as independents for Congress. We had Democrats in our January debate that didn't make it into our February debate. You know what they did? They sat in the audience and they just appreciated and supported us. And now they're running as independents for Congress. I hope and foresee Thomas Massie and this movement sparking really not only civic discussion, but for people to get engaged, involved, run for Congress. And the solutions are coming. We're right here.
Oh, that's really awesome. Okay. So July 12th, I wish I could make it to Freedom Fest. I can't this year. I'm actually going to be speaking out at a different event, a Vietnamese event, a Viet MAGA event, actually, in support of Donald Trump. They support Donald Trump. They've invited me to go speak as an independent. I'm absolutely happy to go do that because I do believe in having your voice out there everywhere for all to hear. I don't shun groups of people because I might not align with them specifically, exactly politically. If Democrats invited me, I would be, if Biden supporters invited me, I'd be all about it. But, because either way, but I'm going to be out in Florida actually speaking at a different event. Otherwise, I would make it to Freedom Fest because it is a huge festival. It's very cool. A lot of great people there. I'm really excited for you that you guys are going to be doing it there. At Caesars, you said? It's at the Caesars Forum, July 12th.
Correct. And you can get your passes at freedomfest.com. They're $300, $400, $500, and some people don't have that, but you can watch it for free online. Thank you, Kim. Aside from I've loved talking with you off camera, and I consider you kind of like a virtual friend in a cool way, just the synergy and how much you've come.
I think we've met in person before. We've met once. So
briefly.
It's not just virtual.
True. But I hope you'll be able to have Mr. Congressman Thomas Massie on your show to promote
I would
the
love
debate.
to have him on. He is my absolute favorite. I think that guy, he holds on. He really, truly holds to his values. He's not bought off by anybody. He constantly goes up against the grain and up against everybody. He's just, even if I don't agree with him 100% of the time, I just think he is genuinely somebody that can be trusted. And I really like that about Thomas Massie. So I hope he runs for president the next cycle. That's my hope with Thomas Massie, is that I love the guy. But I try not to love politicians because they always disappoint me eventually. And then I have to turn on them and,
I think we're good and golden with this one because I've been in the streets of Kentucky 10, 15 years ago, held a rally there, Free and Equal, with 30 candidates from different parties, independents, third parties, and everyone loves Thomas Massie. And when you hear the community give a full thumbs up, I'm like, this is the guy. I intentionally flew out to the Libertarian National Convention to speak. I was asked to speak by the chair there, Angela McCardle. Thank you for that, Angela. And my goal was to meet Mr. Massie. I knew he was the one. Yeah, there's a lot of moderator options, but Thomas is the one that For me to say that I could trust and actually vote for Congress, I'm with you. Like, it takes a lot, and
Yeah.
all it takes is a couple hundred more people, a majority of Congress, and that's when the real change is going to come about. So, United We Stand tour is definitely going to be igniting 25, 26. But we're going to get through this series this year, up to 5 to 6 debates this year. And thank you so much for your support, Kim. And I'm confident Mr. Massey will interview with you. I'll connect you with his chief of staff.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would definitely be cool. All right, we
Cool.
do have the link down below for everybody so that they can watch the elections and they can get involved. So, Christina, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate the work that you're doing in trying to bring us these free and equal elections. I mean, look, I'm so grateful that you're doing this because somebody's got to do this. Somebody's got to be trying to put these types of debates together, and so thank you, genuinely,
I
and thank you for
appreciate
being
that.
here.
Mother Amelia Boynton Robinson of Selma told me at 109 years of age, before she passed, months prior, I interviewed her. She said, "Be sure you're right, then go ahead." And so I'm going ahead. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you for watching this clip from the full Kim Iverson show, which you could catch just by heading to that link down below, KimIversonShow.com. You can watch the full show from what you just watched, or you could catch the full show live Monday through Friday, live streams, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern at KimIversonShow.com. See you then. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Never miss an episode. Never miss a clip. Never miss a segment. Thanks, guys.